Hi, I'm Dana, one of the youth services librarians at the Missoula Public Library, and I'm back to give you another fairy tale, The Inside Story. So, you might think you know the story of the three little pigs and the big bad wolf, right? Everybody knows that. Poor little piggies, big meanie wolf, right? Well, let me tell you the inside story of the three differently sized pigs and the misunderstood wolf. Once there was a mommy pig who had just about had it with her three lazy sons. The littlest one just laid around the house all day playing video games. The middle-sized one was a musician, and he banged on his drums all night and kept her awake. And the biggest one loved to cook and eat and cook and eat and cook and eat. He was the biggest one, right? So one son who did nothing, one son who kept her awake at night, and one son who never cleaned up the kitchen. What would you do? Yep. She gathered all the pigs together and she said, translated, that means you all have to go find jobs and get your own apartments. You can come back here once a month for dinner and use the washing machine if you do it yourself. Pigs can say a lot in just a few oinks. So the poor, lazy, complaining pigs drag themselves out of the house to look for apartments in the big, wide world. Of course, if you don't have a job, you don't have any money to pay for an apartment, so they decided they would build their own apartments. And did any of them have any experience building apartments? No. Building Minecraft houses? Yeah. Building a loud crash of drums and cymbals? Yeah. Building a 5-layer chocolate cheesecake? Yeah. Building apartments? No, not so much. But did that stop them? No, not so much. They came across a field of hay, and the first littlest pig collapsed onto a big haystack with his Xbox video game, and he called out, "Well, this is good enough for me. I'm going to live right here. Just bring me some pizza." The other two pigs just shook their heads and walked on. They came to a little woods, and the trees were so thick they had to whack the branches apart to get through. And when they turned around, the middlest pig looked back at the broken branches and he said, "Wow, look at that. All the wood I need to make a cozy log cabin. And a few drumsticks left over." And that's what he did. He built a house of sticks. So the third pig, the biggest one, walked on and came upon a pile of bricks from a collapsed fireplace. He said, "Fresh bread, pizza, casseroles." And he set to work, and in a few days he had a solid brick house with a nice brick fireplace for cooking. A few days later, along came a wolf with a bad reputation. He actually wasn't really a bad wolf. He was just grumpy because he got teased all the time by his big brothers. And then he lost his job, and he couldn't pay his rent, so he lost his apartment too. While he was out looking for work, he saw a little pig duck into a funny-looking pile of straw. And he walked up and he called out, "Hey, little pig, let me come in." Why, dude? There's no room in here." "I'm exhausted, man. I lost my apartment. I don't have any place to sleep." Sorry, dude. There's only one bed." "Well, can I at least borrow your shaver? I haven't had a shave in weeks." "Well, no way, dude," said the little pig. "I need it for my own chinny chin chin." This made the wolf so frustrated, he started breathing hard. "What are you doing, dude?" said the little pig. "What's that huffing and puffing? Don't have a heart attack." The wolf was so tired and frustrated by now that he just pushed open the straw door, and just like the little pig said, the house was too small, and it collapsed around him, and the little pig ran off wee to find his brothers. Well, the wolf followed, and he saw him dash into a rather shaky-looking house of sticks. And he knocked on the door, but there was so much loud drumming that they couldn't hear him. So finally he had to yell, little pigs, let me come in." "I've heard all about you, dude," the middle-sized pig said. "Trying to steal my brother's shaver. How rude. And I'm not the little pig, I'm the middle-sized pig." "Oh, come on," the wolf called back. "Give a mammal a break. You guys don't need to shave as much as I do." "Oh, yeah?" the middle-sized pig called back.
You haven't seen the hairs on my chinny chin.
Well, the wolf was frustrated again, and he started panting again. Well, that's the huffing and puffing I told you about, said the little pig.
Yeah, he's going to give himself a heart attack, said his brother.
I know, said the little pig. Finally, the wolf pushed through the door again, but with two pigs and a wolf inside, the stick house had even less space than the straw house, and it collapsed, and the two pigs ran off wee to find their big brother. Again, the wolf followed them, grumbling all the time.
Why are herbivores so skittish? This is what comes from eating plants, not enough protein. And now I have to go to the bathroom.
Up ahead, he saw the two little pigs run into a house of bricks, and as he got closer, wonderful smells filled his nose, and he sniffed.
Oh, chicken soup. At least somebody's eating meat.
Again, he knocked on the door.
Little pigs, let me come in.
Well, you can stop knocking, said the biggest pig. I know the whole story. You're not coming in or borrowing my shaver. The wolf started hyperventilating again, this time right away. And you can forget the huffing and puffing, said the biggest pig. That front door is solid brick.
What in the world?
Said the wolf.
How do you get in?
Well, there's a back door, dude, called the littlest pig. And the other two pigs said, Little, are you nuts? So the wolf walked around to the back door. But here the chicken soup smells were even stronger, flowing down from the chimney. Following that wonderful smell, the wolf climbed up the roof to the chimney, and he inhaled. The little pig heard him up there, and he squealed out, Golly, he's coming down the chimney. Run for your lives. Wee, all the way back to Mama's. They all burst out the back door, and they ran wee, halfway to Mom's house before the big pig said, Wait a minute. I left a big pot of boiling chicken soup in the fireplace. That wolf will burn his big bad tail off. So they all turned around and they headed back. Meanwhile, the wolf saw them leave, so he climbed down, walked into the open back door, and he filled his tummy with hot chicken soup. After he used the bathroom, of course. And when the three little pigs got back to the house, there wasn't a drop of soup left. The wolf had, however, washed all the dishes, cleaned the toilet, and left a thank you note. But does that ever get told in the story? No. And that's the story of the three differently sized pigs and the misunderstood wolf, the inside story. Watch for more Fairy Tales, the Inside Story, being posted throughout the summer. It's fun to tell them to you. See you next time. Bye.